is right around the corner, and I have taken up the goal of spring cleaning our space and also incorporating some items that remind me of this beautiful season. Spring is my favorite season because for me it's just a sign of new beginnings, and it really does energize me and gives me a sense of hope for the future. So it's kind of a foundational season for me. And so I definitely wanted to bring a new life into our space and also continue adding some color into our space. But I wanted to do it thoughtfully and affordably, of course. And I'm sure some of you know that I do love the eclectic design. It's my favorite interior design style. Let me pause this, or rather let me mute it so that way we're not getting disturbed. And so my strategy to decorate our space is by thrifting vintage items or just thrifting items in general, but also trying to find affordable modern pieces or things that are a little bit more contemporary or trendy. And so I'm going to show you everything that I have introduced in our space for spring, and hopefully this will help to give you some ideas on how you can curate some really good items that you would probably even use to decorate your spaces throughout the year. So let's start with my thrifted items. Something that I wanted to introduce, or rather something that I wanted to bring into our space even more than usual, are florals, because for me they're just a sign of life and they just help to make me feel a lot more alive and energized without really costing too much money. But then at the same time, it all depends. So for my florals, I might as well share that. After Valentine's Day, I decided to not necessarily splurge, but I decided to go overboard with my floral shopping, and that's because they're on sale in places like Aldi, and I got a few from H-E-B as well. So Aldi had tulips for I think $1.49, and so I made sure that I got a couple bouquets. And I got some eucalyptus, and you know, the rest is history. But with that being said, I did thrift some vases that I wanted to introduce in our space. Some of these vases may not necessarily be vintage, but they definitely do give off more of that timeless design. And so the first one is this jug that I think is absolutely fantastic. I thrifted this for about $1 from my lady friend, Miss Pat. She just gives me the best prices. And I think that in as much as maybe this could work for juice, I decided that I wanted to use it as a floral vase. And so I'm going to put this in our living room, on our living room table rather, and just add some flowers in there. And I think that it will really help to brighten up that space some more. So even though I have flowers in there, it really doesn't matter to me. And then I also found another gorgeous simple vase that is quite deep, but it's also quite wide as well. And I don't have too many of those. A lot of the vases that I have tend to be narrow at the tip. And so a lot of the times when I'm thinking about creating floral arrangements, I'm limited on how many I can add to the arrangement itself. So I actually wanted to do some sparse floral arrangements for spring, because if I'm being honest, in as much as yes, springtime can be quite lush, and because everything is growing and everything is green and colorful, at the same time I do want a little bit of that airiness to where you have, it kind of feels like you have fresh air and nothing is too complicated. And so this vase definitely did that for me, and I just added some flowers from H-E-B in there, which I really love, and I think this is going to be my lily vase for the most part. And then lastly but not least, I have this gorgeous vase, which is, I'm assuming that this could be a tulip as well. It kind of gives off the shape of a really, like an open tulip. Some of you might have to basically correct me if I'm wrong, but I love this because it kind of looks like it could be blown glass, but at the same time it has that pop of red. And I have been introducing red into our space, This year is the year of red for me. But interestingly enough, I actually love pink. After I did the video last time, the last video that I posted about pretty in pink, I just feel like that is my favorite color at the moment. So, in as much as I'm still going to be working with red, in the future, I'll future home, or I'm not going to say I'll forever home, but I'll dream home is definitely going to have more pink in it. So, but for now, I'm just going to go with this. Let me not keep rambling. But I do love this vase. I just decided to put it on our etagere as is. I can always add a flower in there if I would like, but the color of the vase itself just gives it more of that, it's almost avant-garde type of feel. So the vase by itself makes a statement, which I really love. And this one was $1 as well. And then let's move on to this picture frame. This is actually a ceramic picture frame. And I thrifted this for about $1 as well, but I really do love the picture on the inside. Can you tell? I'm trying to focus it so you can see. So it's like a meadow with a stream. Is that a stream? Yeah. I'm not sure if that's a stream. It could be a road. It could be a road in a meadow, so a back road of some sort. But this is gorgeous, and I just love the cream tone of the picture frame itself. And so for now, I'm going to leave it as is, as I'm styling it on one of our bedside tables. I think it looks absolutely fantastic for the spring. And then in the future, I'll probably print out a black and white picture of one of my kids. And I think that that would be fantastic. And now, lastly, I wanted to show you something that I would consider thrifted. This was from Aldi, and this was part of the Valentine's collection. And it's just this little ribboned candlestick in silver. And I think that this will be gorgeous on our bedside table as well. This was about $1.40 or $1.49 if I'm not mistaken. Can't really remember, but I love it all the same. And silver's in. So even though I do have sterling silver, I've noticed that when I put it close to the window, it tends to patina and almost looks like an off bronzy color or brassy color, which is weird. So I'm going to leave my silver away from the window so that the sun doesn't tarnish it, because I would like it to kind of give off more of a silvery tone. But anyway, let's move on. I also decided to go on Temu, and I wanted to get a few things on there because I don't necessarily want our space to feel too vintage, because it often tends to do that when I thrift all of my items. So I decided to get some faux fur. This is just a little faux fur rug, and this was probably $8 if I'm not mistaken. And I just wanted to hang it up on our bar stool, one of our bar stools. But after I did that, I think I'm going to order another one because this is absolutely fantastic. It makes the stool, because the stools themselves are streamlined, it just makes them feel a lot more cozy. Just it's a lot cozier there in that section. So I absolutely love that. I'll be ordering another one. And then I got some wisteria that you can see up there. I think I shared a short of it, but I didn't necessarily like the way that it looked by itself. And so actually someone on TikTok reminded me of something that I like to do. Is she said add some green in it to make it feel a little bit more finished. And so I was thinking, why not add some real greenery, because that even helps to elevate an arrangement that can have something that is superficial in it or something that is faux. And so I decided to add the eucalyptus. Now the good thing is that that jug or vessel is, I'm running late, I need to hurry up. It's actually broken at the bottom. It's an antique vessel, and so I basically just put a small vase underneath and I fed the eucalyptus through. And so the eucalyptus is going to stay fresh for a little bit. So I think that that is a good hack if you have a broken vessel in your space. And there's also a green painting up there, which I absolutely love as well. And I thrifted that a couple of years ago, so I think that that will work out just fine next to that, and it looks absolutely fantastic now. And then lastly but not least, I decided to use some of my jars. They're amber glass, and I had them in my bathroom but didn't really know what to do with them, and so I had the bright idea of using them as a matchstick bottle. And so all I needed to do was to get the striker paper from Temu, and that's exactly what I did, and now I can use it as a bottle, matchstick bottle with a striker on it, and I think that that is absolutely fantastic. So that's another hack for you. And that is basically everything that I've included in our space. I definitely want to show you more of the updates that I'm going to be making in the near future in our space, just to bring it all to life and bring it all together. And so stay tuned for that. I'm absolutely loving all the colors in our space right now. I just feel so hopeful and really excited about the future, and it's like spring is already here, and I'm happy with our space right now. And so I'm going to continue decluttering and adding new bits and bobs here and there when needed or as needed, and we'll see where we can take this thing. But other than that, I appreciate you for hanging out with me in today's video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.